And we're live. What's up, everybody? I'm Jay from Leprechaun TV, the host of The Hot Seat. And this week we are lighting the fire underneath Daryl at Bad Beast Barbecue. What is up, brother? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic, brother, man. Taking it day at a time, man. Yep,
Cheers.
yep. Cheers, brother. I show my Modelo.
Yeah, I got my Mickeys. Everybody knows when they see that green bottle, man. It's the Mickeys in my Blackstone koozie.
Blackstone koozie.
Yeah, so a lot of new eyes in the chat um over here at the hot seat now. We got Square Table Degenerates already podcast already in here. That's Joey Edibles. That's my neighbor. We live 5 minutes from each other. Of
Okay.
course, we got the originator in the
Hobo.
house. Carla having fun. She's new to the family. Um, Great supporter. She actually, you guys live in the same state, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Illinois? Yeah.
yeah. Got Long's Quest in the house. Tom's Food Factory, Grilling and Chilling with Mojo, B Wizzle. We got a lot of new fans of the. I call them the hot seaters. That's what I call them. They're all the hot seaters.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Why don't you give a little bio? Where you from? Where was you born? Where do you live? Um, and I have a question that I like to ask. If career and money and nothing was to matter, where would you choose to live? Like is an exotic place, or would you stay in the United States but on a beach or a cabin on a lake? Something like that. Where's your dream place to live?
Okay. Well, uh, let's see. Of course, my name is Daryl Smith. I was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So I'm from down south. I'm a diehard New Orleans Saints fan. So who that for the who that nation out there. So we struggling a little bit this year, but hey, it's the post breeze. It's the post breeze era. So we'll deal with that. But I served 29 years in the military, 3 years in the Marine Corps Reserves, and then 26 years active duty Air Force.
Awesome.
Okay, married, one kid who's grown and gone. So it's just me and the wife here. I live here in Illinois near Scott Air Force Base, and that's where I work now as a government employee. And, yeah, that's about it. I'm into barbecuing. I'm into 3D printing. I'm into laser engraving. I'm into embroidery. I'm just have a whole host of creative talents that I try to feed. Went to LSU for a little while as a graphic designer. So until money ran out, so had to join the military to finish my education too. But
Yeah.
so. But the one question you asked, where would I live? I would probably I spent 17 years of my Air Force career overseas. We spent 7 years in Japan, and I spent 10, 11 years in Europe, over in Germany. So I've kind of had I won't say my fill of overseas life, because there's some great places to see, opportunities to travel, see some things that you've never seen before. But you always miss home, just the convenience of the United States, really.
Mhm.
And just the ease of getting things, man. But Texas, Florida used to be a desired destination of ours, but now that my son has made a home out of Austin, Texas, and we've been there several times visiting him, Austin, Texas would probably be the place that I'd want to up and move and settle there. If you've never been to Austin, Texas, Austin, Texas is nothing like the rest of Texas, man. You know, like my supervisor says, it's like somebody took a piece of Florida and was flying over Texas, and it fell in the middle of Texas, and they made Austin out of it. So,
That's a
I
hell
love.
of a reference.
Yeah. So I love Austin, man. I love, and then of course it's just a matter of that's our only child, and The wife is always wants to be as close as she can to her son. So you know, maybe we
Yeah.
thinking about really actually moving there after I retire from civil service.
Okay.
And we thinking about relocating there. Oh, I see my brother's in the chat. So
Yeah.
he got some crazy stories. But but yeah, that's it, man. Austin, Texas. A lot of people ask, well, you don't want to move back home to Louisiana? And I was like, look, I love Louisiana. I love the family back home. I love the food. I love the culture. I love everything, man, about being back in Louisiana and Baton Rouge. It's a great place to visit, great place to go hang out with family. But my dad always told me, uh, once you leave home, don't come back. He said because his philosophy was that you know, family has a tendency, and nothing against family, but family has a tendency to get more involved in your life once you come back uh, than they were while you were away. So sometimes they could
Yeah.
cause a little strife or strict friction in
Right.
between you and your spouse because you're set in
Mhm.
a certain way, and then now aunts and uncles and everybody putting their 2 cents in and blah blah blah. You know,
Yeah.
so you know that was my old man's philosophy though. So
Right on.
yeah.
Hey, it's not a bad thing. That's why a lot of people don't leave hometown.
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, if it was up to my grandmother, man, none of us would have left home. I tell you, my grandmother, she always used to ask me, "When you gonna move back home?" I said, "I ain't never moving back home, grandma." So,
Right. So my buddy Joey Edibles, Square Table to Generous podcast, he's retired Air Force also. So
mhm.
he's what was your AFSC and what year did you retire? And he wants to know if you guys maybe had crossed paths somewhere down the line.
I'm a supply troop, 2SO71. I was stationed in first 6 years was in Altus, Oklahoma. I was in prison there, I should say, for 6 years because that's a bad place to be stationed. So Altus, Oklahoma for 6 years. The next 7 years was Misawa, Japan. The next 10 years was between Simbach and Ramstein, Germany. And then my last few years was spent at Dover, Delaware. So, and then I
Oh,
retired in 2010.
oh, so wow, that was 11 years ago. Okay.
Yeah, I've been a civil working in civil service now, doing supply work, same thing,
Mhm.
for 11 years now. So,
Okay. So I mean, that's sort of what Joey's doing now. He works for the VA now,
okay,
you know,
all
and
right.
he's helped a couple of veterans out that he's met through the hot seat and stuff with their benefits, getting better benefits and you know, a lot of times it isn't explained right or something like that, or he could dig a little deeper and help you out.
Yeah, getting VA benefits, man, is sometimes what they call a shell game, man. You just got to keep going back, going back, going back, you
Hmm.
know, until you can kind of get to where you want to be. So, somebody said, Altus, shit, man, he suffered enough. You know it. Altus, Oklahoma, they said it's not the end of the world, but you damn sure can see it from there. That's for sure.
You're on the radar.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So,
Yeah, he said he was at Aerial Port.
hmm
Supplies legit. My guess this is probably somebody with you, Diana Cornell.
oh, yeah, that's one of my old troops. Soup, damn right. Yeah, that's one of my old super troops, man. Yeah, she was.
Nice.
I hate to see her get out of the military, but you know, she was a fantastic troop. So yeah, I wish her all the luck. You know, in all her future endeavors. But if she ever wants to come back and we got a job open, I would definitely hire her back because she was one of my best workers. So
Wow. Hey, there you heard it here first on the hot seat. Breaking news.
breaking news.
So yeah, you said you were sipping on a Modelo, no cigar tonight. You're inside, obviously, huh?
Well, my wife is love her to death. Like I said, we've been married over 30 some years, but she's that close to being OCD when it comes to cleaning and when and it comes to odors in the house. And
Mhm.
so I had taken this office here and I had sealed it up. I got a air purification system down here and everything, but the smoke is smoke. No matter where you smoke in the house, I don't care how well you try to seal up a room, it's gonna get out and get in other parts of the house. It's just the thing. So
Yeah.
um
Okay.
no, so normally, you know, to prevent any friction, I just smoke outside. I kind of turned part of my garage into kind of a miniature smoking area where I got a little old
Yeah.
TV out there and stuff. I go out
Yeah.
there and
Yeah.
smoke, or in the backyard or on the deck and stuff like that. But if it's really cold and I really want a cigar, I'll open the sliding glass door to the patio and just sit between the outside and the inside. I'll find a way to make it happen. But yeah, no cigar at night, man. And Modelo is not really even my go-to beer. Most people know me if they see my videos and stuff. Know I'm always drinking Blue Moon. Um,
Yeah.
but I like Modelo also. It's just I don't have no more Blue Moon. And I gotta get up even though I'm teleworking tomorrow. I went into work today, but I'm teleworking tomorrow. I still got to get up and be logged in about 7:30. So I don't want to drink any
Yeah.
scotch or anything that's gonna keep me
Right.
from getting up in the
Yeah.
morning. So yeah, so
Right. Um, Blue Moon, real quick. Orange or no orange?
orange, man, got to have the orange. Gotta have the orange.
Right. And Maria's World, my sister from another mister from Oakland, California. Sugar or salt on the grits?
Oh man, y'all bringing that old argument up again. I seen that all over Facebook and Instagram and stuff. Look, let me tell you something. Uh, Personally, I don't like sugar in grits. I'm a salt, butter, pepper, that type of stuff in grits. But if you like sugar in your grits, if you like celery in your grits, if you like bananas in your grits, man, eat your grits the way you want to eat them, man. Nobody's right or wrong. Just eat what you like to eat, man. But I'm not a sugar in the grits. I didn't grow up like that, and I mean, me personally, sugar and grits is cream of wheat. But I mean, um, I'll just. I want butter. I want salt. I want black pepper. I want a little Zatarans or a little Tony's, Chachere's in there, man, and I can go to town on some
You
grits.
definitely go and buy you on that one.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah. My buddy David Fogg here. He's ex military, also retired. Air Force, lived in hotels, came with combat Navy corpsmen with the Marines.
Hey man, I can't help the way you guys, bivouacked and where you stayed when you guys went on your on your move. And they say, hey, let me tell you something. I did 3 years in the Marine Corps Reserves. So, when we went on our maneuvers and all that kind of stuff for the summer and hey, I was in the woods, I was in the mountains, I was in the hills, I was in the Quonset huts, and I was in all that kind of stuff too, man. But when I went active duty in the Air Force, man, they said, Army holla, hua, and the Marines, Semper Fi, hoorah,
Mhm.
and the Air Force holla Hilton. So I mean, you
uh,
know,
my other buddy, Mike's mess hall, Mike McCourt said it was four.
I did on the golf course. Hey man, like I said, man, I love all my brothers in the services, man. But I tell you, man, the Air Force is like
Mhm.
being in the corporate business, man. So you know, um, those guys. Now, no, I run a shop of about 27 airmen, and I got like 4 or 5 civilians, like 27 airmen. Got a master sergeant, got some staff sergeants and stuff like that. And those guys are in my office mostly data pushers. We're correcting data, in the supply system every day, all day. Um, but those guys do get their turn at, deploying for 6 months, going to Afghanistan and places like that. So no matter what service you're in, man, all of you are in harm's way. So, I appreciate everything that they're doing. Hell, I did it when I was in. And the worst part about deploying, one of my worst deployments was going to Kirkuk. And they would do something at night called a ramp ceremony, where anybody that got killed or whatever, they could only move those bodies in the dark of night because of, you know, stuff going on around the perimeter of the base and stuff like that. So they would land the aircraft. Everybody would go out there. We'd line up, you know, along the tarmac or what have you, and then they would bring the body through, man. And then I've been to too many of those, man. Too many of those. So
Right on. For
and
sure. I couldn't imagine. I give all the thanks and praise to you guys. I don't know how you guys managed. Obviously, you train your brain first.
yeah, I mean it's all, you know, if you're gonna be deployed, if you're gonna be in those areas there, you know, you gotta switch your mindset. I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta, I do the best I can, protect myself, do my job, and do my best to get back home, man. But like I said, we was in a supply warehouse in Kirkuk, and right next to the runway, and they were literally firing mortar rounds over the warehouse while we were there at work, man. So we be in bunkers, man, for hours, man, waiting for the all clear. So it's just one of them things, man. So
Right.
that's my boss.
That's my boss. This is my buddy Ryan, barbecue, Blackstone and beer. He does a lot of things in the barbecue world. He's actually in Illinois also.
Okay.
Yeah. He does a lot of stuff. That's his Facebook group. So maybe after here, I'll invite you over.
Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be cool.
Yeah. He is a Blackstoner, guys. Just verify that. He has been working on a Blackstone, what, 4 years? Somewhere around there?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a small Blackstone though. I got the little 28 inch one.
Mhm.
It's just me and the wife. But man, I love that thing. I tell you, man, any opportunity I can get to jump on my Blackstone. Now I gotta tell you a funny story though. My brother gonna kill me. But I'm gonna tell you
Here
a
we go.
story. I'm gonna tell you a story, man. Look, I had my little Blackstone for quite some time, man, and his wife called me one day and she was like, "Hey, I want to get him a present." I think it was for Father's Day or something like that. She's like, "What can I get him?" I said, "Man, me and G been talking, and he wants a Blackstone. You got to get him a Blackstone griddle, the big one with all the works and everything, man." So she went out, looked all over town, and she got him the big 36-inch Blackstone, man, the big one, right?
Yeah.
The thing stayed unused, man. Every time I called him and talked to him, man, I had to give him hell about that Blackstone. He want to disconnect our connection, man. Every time I ask him about that Black, I told him, I said, next time I come home to Baton Rouge, I'm gonna wind up using it before you use it. So he gonna kill me. He gonna kill me, man.
You know who I bust chops on? Kenneth Cunningham. What's
Oh,
New
really?
Barbecue?
Yeah.
He got that Blackstone. He left it outside and didn't even use it.
What?
So every time he'd be like, "I'm about to do some tacos on the Blackstone." No. I'm about to do some steaks on the Blackstone. No.
Nah.
I busted
Man.
his chops. He finally he gave it away just so I wouldn't bust his chops no more.
He gave it away.
Yeah, well, somebody else that would probably use it more than him.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's still one of his neighbors. He could still go over there and use it. I think it's
Right.
brother-in-law or something. He gave it to or something.
All right. Yeah, I usually try to keep mine down in the basement, so I get tired of having to re-season it all the time if I leave it outside. But it's outside right now. I just gotta get a little cover for it. But the wife was trying to buy me the bigger one, the big, nice 36-inch one with the lid and everything and the hood and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have no place to put it, man. I mean, with all of the grills that I got sitting out there, man, I got to pave underneath my deck just to have a place to put like a used parking lot for grills and stuff, man. So,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
All right, so great segue into, all right, man. What's the arsenal looking like these days? Because I know, but a lot of these people in the chat don't know.
Oh man, well, wow. Well, I'm kind of sort of sponsored by RecTech. So RecTech is one of, and they've always, provided me some type of grill to do something or other. And
So
so
you're a brand ambassador for them?
yeah, well, they don't really have a brand ambassador program.
Okay.
I guess what happened is, like, when I first started doing YouTube, I was reaching out to a lot of companies to see if somebody would give me a grill or something for me to do
Yeah.
use on the channel. And RecTech, they're a direct to consumer company. They don't sell like in Walmart or Ace Hardware and nothing like that. So they sent me they were like, hey, we don't have any deals or things, but we'll send you a small grill or what have you. Look, say, bro, don't do me. I love you, I love you, brother. That's my brother.
What up, G?
So yeah, so they sent me my first grill from any other company, and from since then, I've been doing a lot of reviews for them, been evaluating new grills before they get released to the market and stuff like that. So right now I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different RecTech cooking apparatuses, whether they're pellet grills, whether it's the big disc that you like wok type thing that you can cook in, and that type of thing. The wife just recently bought me the Char Griller Gravity 980, gravity fed 980. Love that thing, man. Oh my goodness.
Get one. I'm about to get one. My buddy just bought one. And he's new to he's loving it. He's loving it. So I got a beat up one. It was a floor model that the legs are all wonky. I'm catching it for $50, bro.
Oh man. Those things run about 6, 7, man. So because the wife bought me one, she bought me that one, and then my wife also about a year or so ago she bought me the big Kamado Joe. So I got the big Joker. So but
yeah.
And then I got the normal Weber Performer. So I probably got roughly about 11, 12 grills or cooking apparatuses out there in the yard or in the basement down here. So, but man, that Char Griller, man, I'm telling you, I've used pellets for a while, and as much as convenient as pellets are, no matter what brand name you use, and some brands are better than others. They just don't impart the same amount of wood and smoke and charcoal flavor in the food as a charcoal
actually
wood
having charcoal.
Right. So that Char Griller that 980, man, it's like having the control of a pellets grill, but the flavor of the charcoal and the wood, man. You cannot beat that combination, man. It is fantastic, man. Fantastic.
So my question to you is, do you put the block of wood in there first before you put in, because that flappy thing, it burns?
I've done it both ways. But if you put it in the chute, then you gotta, and if you left charcoal in the chute, you gotta empty the chute. You gotta then set it up. For the most part, I do put it in the ash pan, but I always empty my ash pan to make sure that there's no ash in the bottom of it to raise the wood up any higher toward the flap than it is. And I always put my wood to the left side of the ash pan, away from the flap. So it's as far away from it as possible. Now, I haven't had any problems yet, and I don't put a whole lot of wood in there. I put the recommended amount that they say to put in there, but
but I tell you, little baby chunks,
right. But I tell you another way to do it is, and I did this with some, I think it was some Cowboy charcoal. I think Cowboy has a charcoal that has garlic and onion in it, right?
Okay.
And I think it's Cowboy, and I put that in the chute, right? So it would be almost as if you had bought the charcoal that had the apple wood in it already, or the mesquite wood in it, or whatever. And you don't have to worry about the wood in the ash pan affecting the thing, and then you getting that wood or that whatever that smoke flavor is from the charcoal throughout the entire cook. So that charcoal was really good. It gave the onion and the garlic flavor. I love that charcoal. But any charcoal that has bits of wood or any kind of flavoring in it is going to burn up faster than your Kingsford Blue Will or your lump charcoal will. So
good little professional tip there, pro tip, because he does have the Cowboy that comes in the brown bag, right?
Yep.
And it's flavored hickory and
Yeah,
some
they got
other
about 4 or
flavor.
5 flavors, but like I said, the
Yeah.
one I had was the garlic and the onion, and it did that was fantastic. I got to get some more
Okay.
of it, man. It's good.
Okay. Now I'm excited to get the thing. It was supposed to be here. It was supposed to be here Monday. So dude said $50. He buys a bunch of the pallets, like stuff that's damaged or
Right.
damaged goods. So he ended up with four 980s, and my buddy bought the good one that was pristine. Now he's got these other ones. I said I'll take all of them because I could make one good one
Out of the
out of all
3,
the
yeah.
damaged ones, out of all
Right.
the damage.
Right.
So what happened was he's like, "Well, I got to get a truck." I was like, "Hey man, tell him $75 and he delivers it."
And you
Hey,
and you and you still ahead. You way ahead on the. You still ahead.
I said 75, I'd actually go 100.
Yeah. And no
You know
doubt.
what I
No
mean?
doubt. Yeah.
Yeah, so are you a brand ambassador for Char Griller?
No. No. No.
No,
I'm not a brand ambassador for Char Griller
Rectech
or for Kamado.
or
Rectech, I'm technically a brand ambassador
oh,
for them.
yeah.
Technically, I am. So, and for A Smoke also, a lot of people
Oh, they're
frown down
yummy.
on A Smoke, with the small pellet grill. So I am a brand ambassador for them. I thought their products was as far as portability was really cool.
Mhm.
And then they came to me, they sent me a couple things, they sent me some prototype grills and stuff like that. So I just thought it would be a good idea to get in with another company and stuff, man. So a lot of people complain about the temperature control on those, and a lot of people complain about having problems in customer service. I can't control customer service, but I do
Yeah,
forward those. I do forward that information to those companies when people send me an email, like if they have a problem with a Rec Tech, or if they have a problem with A Smoke or what have you, anything that I'm technically a
yeah,
brand ambassador for. I'll forward that information to them, and whatever they do with it, they do with it. So, um, but I have people call me all the time, or text me all the time, or hit me up on chat all the time, and on my Bad Beast Facebook page, asking
mhm,
for advice on purchasing a Rectech or whatever grill it may be. And
yeah,
I'm more than happy to give my opinion. And believe me, it's just an opinion. You guys got to make the
yeah,
final decision yourself because it's your money and what have you. So I'll give you my opinion on it, but I'm more than happy to do those type of things.
right, right. So my buddy David Fogg has his normal question.
Okay.
Um, what is your favorite thing to cook, and what is your least favorite thing to cook? And
Uh,
then it's followed up by Ryan over at Barbecue Blackstone and Beer said, "Do you prefer big to be big or little spoon?" These guys, this chat's bumping over here, man.
okay. I may not know what he's talking about, big or little spoon. So somebody might have to explain that one to me there. So, but my favorite thing to cook is St. Louis style ribs. I mean, I love cooking ribs. I've cooked them probably every different way on my channel, from tandoori to sweet to whiskey to what have you. So we got several videos out there. So I love cooking ribs. My least thing, even though is probably chicken thighs, is probably the biggest thing. Just because you gotta, they cook well, they got great seasoning, they got great flavor. Dark meat always, to me, has a little bit more flavor than the white meat, but you just got to clean them so much. You know what I'm saying? So, and I really don't go to the point of competition style. But any of the bigger meats, like I love doing briskets, I love doing pork butts, shoulders, tenderloins. I mean, it's not really too much I hate doing this unless I have to clean it a lot, which, like I say, that's probably chicken. So.
These guys in the
Oh,
chat.
that's for the after show. Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. Hold on to that one. Hold on to that one. You can tell me about that offline. So,
Hey, and we got an off the wall one. This is Hey Look Squirrel, my buddy Tony from Massachusetts, man. Good
okay,
dude. Um, hell of a dude, and his channels are blowing up. Funny as shit. He actually, I reached out to him. We did a happy birthday video for Hobo, and this guy, all I asked for was a hey, happy birthday. He's like, does it have to be just happy birthday? And man, this guy ran with it. It's 5 minutes of him ranting about Hobo, myself, and Joey Edibles. Oh, it's hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
You have to go back and check that out. But he said, if a rabbit is running down the highway from New York towards Florida and a mule is walking from Texas to Colorado, then why does Joey Edibles look like Lurch?
What?
and of course, Joey Edibles' answer, squirrel, it's Uncle Fester, bro.
Man, them guys are tripping, man. What are they drinking tonight?
Right. Well, I know what Joey Edibles is drinking. Edibles. Get it?
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
You know, there's another thing I seen on your channel. You got a dehydrator or something. What is that thing?
I got a couple dehydrators, but I had gotten in touch with a company called STX International because they had two devices that I liked. One was a meat marinator, and one of the things that tumbled the meat around and marinated the meat, and the other one was a dehydrator. So I asked them to send me one of them so I can put it on my channel, and then they sent me that big ass dehydrator. That thing there has got like 15 shelves in it, man. That thing is huge, man. So
it ain't your normal countertop freaking dehydrator, bro.
No, not at all, man. Not at all. Because I got one of those little round Garden Pro dehydrators and stuff, man. So, but this thing here, bro, will do, you know, a ton of jerky and stuff, man. But I mean, it's decent. I've gotten some decent stuff out of it, but it's just, to be honest with you, it's just too much of a hassle to get it out unless I'm gonna be doing a ton of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got it sitting up here on the shelf back here now, man. I'd rather bring down a little Garden Pro and set that up. So, but if I'm doing beef jerky now, I don't even do beef jerky on the dehydrators anymore. I do them on the RecTech at a low and slow, so I still get some smoke added to the jerky. So,
now see, that's been always my issue. I mean, like I've seen multiple people doing it in a smoker. Do I actually need the dehydrator is my question, you know?
No, you know, you don't need the dehydrator unless, you know, you don't want to go through the hassle of putting it on a smoker. You don't have a smoker, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't want to deal with smokers. You know, they want, so you're not going to really get the smoke flavor unless you use liquid smoke or something of that nature. But you know, yeah, I know that artificial smoke flavor is just not.
You get the bitter beer face on that one. Ooh.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But a lot of people use it. A lot of people use it. So, but personally, what I would do if I had to add smoke flavor to anything that I wasn't going to put in a smoker, I usually use smoked salt. So, because I smoke my own salt on the Kamado Joe or on the RecTech or what have you, and
both worlds. You get your salt content for the meat, and you get the smoke flavor.
Right, and then you can choose what smoke flavor you want to add to your salt. Like I've even done what they call it, palmetto wood that they use for jerk chicken. I've even did some salt with that, man, and that works out really well. So,
are you a mesquite guy?
I like mesquite and hickory, but I'm more of the pecan and that you know, kind of the lighter woods and the fruit woods, the peaches, the apples, the cherry and stuff like that. If you use mesquite or hickory wrong, in my opinion, you could probably ruin some meat if you put too much on it. So, you know, because the smoke can be overpowering. So,
yeah, then you get that bitter beer face again. Ooh,
yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Been there. You know which one I would have trouble with was my master built 30-inch electric smoker, because it had the thing where you would put the wood chips in and you would turn it into the element. I honestly, it would probably only take one turn of, and then that's it. I would go, oh, it's empty. Oh, it's empty. Oh, it's empty. Oh, it's empty. And just to see the smoke keep rolling out of the thing, right? And you'd be
Well,
like, oh,
yeah,
you
man. Yeah,
maybe
you got
reaching
that
for
big
deer real
taste.
quick like this.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if you seeing too much smoke, then it ain't you're not smoking right. You know what I'm saying? I had one of those one of those master builds. That's one of my first smokers I had. One of those electric master builds with the side
Mhm.
tube that you drop
Yeah,
the tips in and stuff. I got some of my first videos are done on that. We did like an eye around and stuff like that on there, and
yeah.
it just went out eventually. The electric part of it went out, and it just wasn't worth trying to repair. I tried to repair it once, but it started getting wasn't cost effective, so I got rid of it. But yeah, those master builds are pretty cool, man. I mean, like I said, you can
Yeah,
make good barbecue on almost anything, as long as you
it's
kind of know what you're doing. So,
it's a great starter kit, you know.
hmm yeah.
Um, one thing I did see and that I liked about that thing was the where you'd put up the dryer hose to the tube and
hmm
you would have your other fire and you would smoke cheeses on top.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you
So you get the
utilize the
cold
smokes for
smoke.
another reason. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
get the cold smoke over there.
Yeah. I got you. I
Yep.
got you. Yep.
Yeah. So well, you obviously you got the griddle, you got the dehydrator, you got all your smokers. What's your favorite thing to cook on? I mean, what
Uh,
you got a Weber kettle? I didn't hear a Weber kettle in there.
yeah. I got a Weber Kettle Performer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
with a slow and sear insert.
Oh, hobo ain't gonna like that.
He's not. I know. He's not a big fan of the slow and sear. I know he's not a big fan. I've seen his rants on that. So hobo ain't no sense in commenting, brother. I know how you feel about it already. So,
He's probably
but
right now. He's over there. You motherfucker, you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but I mean, I had kind of got in touch with I guess kind of met the guy who runs SNS. I think it's SNS Grills through through Baby Back Maniac.
Yeah.
So and then so I got to talking to him and stuff like that. So he actually sent me a slow and sear way back when before he really blew up with the grills and everything. So we used it, but it's cool. But you don't is it needed? Do you need a slow and sear? No, you don't need a slow and sear. Okay. Does it make
Hey,
does it make
his thumbnail is like this.
yeah. You don't need it. Is it like any other accessory that you buy for your grills? Is it needed? No. Is it nice to have? It can make things a little bit easier. Okay. Because, like I say, with the slow and sear, I have no problem keeping my charcoal on one side of the grill instead of banking it along the side of the grill or what have you, or using the original Weber baskets that came with it. Instead of putting a water pan in there, it already holds the water. So is it convenient? Yes. Is it necessary? No. You can make good
Right.
barbecue just with a straight Weber, and
Right.
a couple of bricks in a water pan, and
Right.
you do
Well,
your thing.
like Mike's mess hall says here, Mike McCourt, snake in the kettle, set it and forget it.
Then
You
forget
know,
it. Yeah,
a
there's all
couple,
kind of
a couple
ways.
wood chunks down the
hmm
line.
Yeah.
Water pan on one end, indirect heat.
Yep.
There's all kinds of methods. It's what you choose.
Yeah.
How do you want to cook?
And like I said, I still think one of the best cookers is a barrel type cooker. Like I said, I built the UDS with my son, but it rusted out on me, and I eventually threw it in the junk. But we built the UDS many years ago, and I also the folks from Pit Barrel Cooker sent us one a few years ago, man, and we've been using that Pit Barrel Cooker. Now I'm gonna tell you that Pit Barrel Cooker is a beast when it comes to cooking ribs and chicken. It's a beast.
Yes, everybody across the board. That is one solid answer. Rib master, rib
Yes.
machine.
Yeah, it is a
You know what I
beast.
mean? Mike Mess Hall wants to know what wattage is your microwave.
What wattage is my microwave?
Hey,
Man.
Are you hip to Google Foods? Are you hip to Google?
Oh, Google. Yeah, I watch Google.
He did the brisket in the microwave.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro.
Google does some stuff, man. That'd be like, yeah, he be way out of left field, man, when he's doing stuff, man. You know, man, he be wrapping steaks and peanut butter and going on and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. But I like watching him, man. The dude, he has a fantastic channel, man. He has a fantastic channel, man. I love. I just watched him do the video with the $1 brisket because he's got a meat. He's got a meat provider, a meat man, and
Right.
he pulls up and gives the man $1, and the man gives him a brisket. So we couldn't get a brisket for $1, but he did. So what Daddy just said,
The
no
bro
bro
is
is
here.
here.
And the Portex. Do you remember those? Kent did the bro and sear, and Pickles Barbecue did the Portex, where he took a stainless steel bowl and cut the bottom out.
Oh, and then instead of the vortex, instead of
the vortex.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool if you got time to do all that, man. That sometimes for me, man, it's just easy for me to go buy a vortex and be done with it and stuff, man.
Hey, it's one click of a button right here.
Yeah,
right
Amazon. Hey, you're right, man.
Taking it into work for sending it off to the fabricators and stuff. Can you cut the bottom out of this?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna use it for my charcoal grill, man.
No doubt. But I do have something coming up that I'm gonna try to get done in the next couple of weeks. I haven't put a video out in about 4 weeks, but that's because we've been doing a lot of DIY around the house and stuff like that, man. So happy wife, happy life. I'm just trying to get some of these projects.
I could scroll up 100 messages, and that's what they told you. Happy wife, happy life, bro.
Yes,
when we were talking about the cigar.
Right. Yeah. So, but what I do is I have one of the older, small Rectech pellets. The first one they sent me. I'm gonna turn that into a pellet smoker rotisserie. So I found a rotisserie kit that'll fit inside of it. It has the bracket to hold one end of the poles because you can't go all the way through it because they have the pellet chamber on that one side, and then I'm gonna put the motor and everything out there because that's the one thing I know people's like, okay, well, why would you want a rotisserie in a pellet grill? Well, why not? I mean, even though it's not really direct heat like you would have a rotisserie on a Weber or something like that. They have rotisseries and ovens and things of that nature, and all of this is a constant heat. You get in the smoke, and then the meat is still basting itself as it's turning in there. So I'm really interested in seeing how to make that work. So I got everything I need. I just need to do some fabrication. So
it would look like a pig smoker. You got the motor on one end with the pole.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
Okay.
So I'm trying to hook that up. Hopefully this weekend I get some time to work on that project and I can get a couple of videos out on that. So
Maria's World wants to know if you ever did a throwdown, and if you did, what was the most memorable one? I'm gonna guess probably like some kind of competition or online competition.
No, I've never really done any kind
head with somebody.
Not really head to head. I've done collaborations with people where they do something and I do something. It's like I did one with What's New Barbecue. We did a chicken wing one time, and so I've done collaborations with a few people, but I've never done anything like Battle of the Kitchens, Battle of the Grills, or anything like that.
Hey, I was on Battle of the Kitchens. Hey, I didn't get first place. The guy over there in the chat got first place, but I got third place. Oh, somber moment. Rest in peace, Kevin Lockett, which Daddy Dutch battled in the finals. He had just recently passed away.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, oh man, chills just went through me.
Yeah.
Bringing up Battle of the Kitchens.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
brother.
for
Rest
sure.
In peace.
Rest up. But no, don't mess me all up. Mike's Mess Hall says the Vortex is the best wings, and that's what I see. That's all I see is people doing wings and thighs.
Yeah.
And it's a chicken cooker, more or less. It
Yeah,
seems
well, you
like
know what? I bought the smaller Vortex. I didn't buy the big one. I bought the small one for my Jumbo Joe. So I got the full size Weber. I got the Jumbo Joe, and then I got the whatever the little Weber, or whatever you call it, the little Weber. But for
jumbo. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, so I bought
junior. Yeah.
yeah, I got the Jumbo and the one in between, and I bought the Vortex for that. And he's right, man. I fire that bad boy up and throw some wings around that bad boy, man. Oh man, they make some great wings, man. So
Uh, so Hobo come over the night that I was on, and we had he had put together my Blackstone range top combo, the 28-inch griddle with the two side ranges.
right,
He put that together, and we cooked and we hung out, and another YouTuber come over, and I had battled Meat Cranium,
okay.
which was Meathead
Yeah,
Fryer,
meathead.
Meat
Right.
Cranium, and man, it turned south real quick. Hobo jumped on camera.
Oh Lord. Uh,
Hey, AB never took it down, so you could go back to smoking and grilling with AB and
I had to go
watch.
check it out. Man, I tell you, man, now AB has blown up, man.
Woo!
Oh my God. I talked to AB the other day. I gave him a call the other day, man. I said, brother,
Okay.
I'm so proud of you. I said, bro, you are making it happen, man. If you guys ain't never seen Smoking and Grilling with AB, y'all got to check that brother out, man. He's got his own studio and everything, man, and he's got his own restaurant now. Him and another brother got another restaurant out there in California somewhere, man, and out in this food court and stuff, man.
LA.
So
LA.
yeah, so hey, man, you guys got to check out Smoking Grilling AB. That brother is blown up big
Yeah.
time, big
I
time.
mean, like through the whoop. He's already passed 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, he is just like he's big time, man. He's really
Yeah.
big time. So
So when we were on the show, I want to say he was only around 25,000, maybe 50, in between 25 and 50. I want to say. Kent could probably help me with that one. Maybe it was 55, somewhere around in
okay.
there. But that's where he was at sub count at the show. It was only 2 years ago. No,
Yeah,
yeah, it was 2 years
yeah,
ago.
about 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, and but you know what helped him a lot? AB did a lot of live stuff, man, a lot of live stuff. And when they had that thing where they had like YouTubers come together and they were talking about how to improve your channel and all that kind of stuff, and do shark shit and all that kind of stuff, man. Yeah, that and
Snoopy Eats 408.
So I mean, a lot of his live stuff, man, and of course it's Smoking and Grilling AB, but AB does more kitchen stuff, man, more soul food type stuff and things of that nature. So, and so he gets a lot of the people who cook, crock pot cooking and wok cooking and indoor cooking, and I think that's kind of one of the drawbacks to my channel.
Fried chicken in the cast iron, what I mean? Old school shit that our ancestors did.
Yeah, I would like to say I was thinking like say that's probably one of the drawbacks to my channel is like it does a little bit of everything. It does barbecue, it does crock pot cooking, it does this. So I'm wondering if my channel is too broad to entice. I don't know if I should niche down or not, but I really don't want to because, like I said, my mom taught all of her sons how to cook, and so I like cooking everything, in the wok, on the stove, macaroni and cheese. I like doing all that type of stuff. Plus, my wife is from Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana too, and so I get all of the gumbo and the crawfish etouffee and the seafood dressing and all of the stuff like that from Louisiana and down south. So if I could entice her to do more videos with me, then it probably would definitely help channel. Plus, she looks better than I do, so I mean,
I got a question. How come everybody calls some kind of sandwich a po' boy? Why is that?
I can't
like up here, up here in the north. All right, up here in the north, I'll take a Polish sausage and I'll put coleslaw and French fries and barbecue sauce on it on a sub bun, and they want to call it a po' boy. No, it's poor. You're a Polish boy.
I don't know about the French fries and stuff, but I I mean, growing up down south, man, a po' boy was always, French bread with most of the bread taken out of the inside of it because you don't need all that bread, and then you fill it up with everything from either shrimp, oyster,
Something out of the
crawfish,
water. Something
what have
something
you.
out of the water.
Well, no, because they got chicken po' boys and they got sausage po' boys. So it's just the fact that it's that type of a sandwich with the lettuce and
Okay.
tomato, the remoulade sauce, and all the other what they call fully dressed. With all the
Oh, okay.
dressing on and stuff, and then whatever
Right,
you
right.
want in it. So, but I've had several different po' boys, of course, growing up from Louisiana.
Mhm.
Um, but one of my favorite places to go when I go back home, man, is Joe Delpit's Chicken Shack back in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm giving them a shout out. They got one of the best shrimp po' boys, man, that you ever won. And that joke is like this big, man. I mean, huge, man.
Look,
Huge,
your mouth's
man.
watering. Hey, your
Yeah,
mouth's
man.
watering, bro. Catch
Yeah,
that.
yeah. With one of those old strawberry sodas, man, and out of the fountain machine and going on, man. Whoo, my goodness, man, that's some good eating, bro. I tell you, man, make me want to jump on a plane and roll now.
Well, Maria's gonna help you with that one.
Oh, beignets. Hey, when we don't, when I make
And she's from
beignets, we
Oakland,
make them.
California, bro, asking you these questions.
Yeah,
Like
I
like
hear
she
you.
come from the South or something.
Hey, maybe she does, but when I make beignets, we use the batter from Cafe Du Monde. They have the batter, the dry batter in the box, so we just use that batter because you can't beat
Mhm.
that batter. That Cafe Du Monde's the original when it comes to beignets, so we just use their uh their powder, to make beignets at the house. When I go home, um, we normally don't go to New Orleans. We normally stop by Coffee Call back home, and they make some fantastic beignets there too, man. White sugar
Mhm.
powder is all over the place and all in your hair, your hat, or whatever. But it's good eating, man. A plate full of beignets or beignet fingers with some hot coffee or cocoa, man. It
Woo,
don't get no better than that, man. So it don't
woo.
get no better than
Feeling fancy right here, right now. We don't get that up here in Cleveland, bro.
that. Somebody don't like the fact that I'm a Saints fan. I appreciate it, man.
Ah,
But hey, nobody's perfect. But I'm a who that for life
who that?
until I
Who that?
die.
Who that?
Black and gold. Hey, I'm sorry. You know, hey, it is what it is. Everybody got their team. So
And of course, all right. So now she's got some inside source.
my coworker has family in New Orleans. Who that say they're gonna beat them Saints. I don't know. A lot of people been saying that lately. I mean, it's unfortunate, like I said, for my New Orleans Saints that we're kind of in a rebuilding stage when it comes to the quarterback position. Technically, is what it
Mhm.
is. I mean, Jameis Winston he still has to prove himself and to take over, man. But I really believe
Do
that
you
we're
think
probably
you think he could lead them like Drew Brees? Be
that's
honest.
still.
Be honest.
I don't think. I mean, saying that he's going to lead them like Drew Brees is being saying like, can anybody go in and replace Aaron Rodgers? I mean, Drew
True.
Brees was a unique individual. Can he get us to the playoffs? I think our defense would get us to the playoffs, will put us in a position to get there. However, I still think that Sean Payton is going to be looking for another quarterback, especially if like Russell Wilson is talking about leaving Seattle next year as a free agent and stuff like that. I think they're going to be fishing
Mhm.
around for somebody else because that team is really set to do something. It's just that quarterback position. I mean, even when Breeze went out, Breeze was playing with a torn rotator cuff, so we got beat up in the playoffs, But you know, it is what it is. So
One news this week, breaking news. Saints got Ingram back. Good or bad?
I'm gonna give you the bitter beer face now, man. So uh
But I thought him and Kamara they were like a tandem.
I don't know what Mark Ingram has left after being where he was at the Ravens and now he's coming from the Texans or wherever he's coming from. Um when they were that
He's like,
one
I
two
don't know
punch,
where he's coming from, but he's
yeah, when
trying
they
to
were
come
that
back.
yeah, when they were that I think he just wants to retire as a Saint, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know. We got some injuries in the backfield. The Tony Jones
Mhm.
Jr., who was the backup to Kamara, he's injured. So we'll see what he can do. Maybe coming back home, maybe to reinvigorate him. But I'm not really looking for a whole lot from him, man. So we'll see.
Well, that sucks because they have all been all over it, media and sports media and all over it. Like he's coming back to save the Saints. You know what I mean? Like the Jameis Winston question is out the window.
Yeah,
And here comes Ingram. He's gonna save the day.
no,
When
I don't
just
think so.
last week, uh Kamara, what he do? He made like 100 yards on one drive.
Yeah. I mean, Kamara's he's the truth there, man. But we'll see. I mean, he can't do it all, and we really need to get Michael Thomas back, and some of those other wide receivers need to be step up. But hey, that's
Oh,
enough about the Saints, man. I mean, them jokers
yeah.
there. They got to play Big
Hey,
Tom Brady this Sunday,
I
so
got
we'll see what happens.
I got the Browns with all our injuries, bro. It's like we could sit here on for hours about
Yeah,
sports. You know what I mean?
yeah, I hear you.
Look at this guy.
I don't know about the legend. Oh, that's Postal
Yeah,
Barbecue. That's my boy. That's my boy. Hey man, I'm trying to be like Postal Barbecue. I'm trying to get my rub recipes bottled, man. I've been working with a friend of mine. He was in the military too, and he just retired, and he started a seasoning business called Sunburst Seasoning, and
right.
so he's been sending me a lot of stuff, and then to look at and things. But I talked to him about a week ago, and uh, I talked to him about maybe doing my rubs and bottling it and hopefully getting it out there. And so he sent me a non-disclosure agreement and stuff. So I got to finish signing all that stuff and then work with him to try to get some rubs bottled. I'm gonna get a small sample at first to see what people think and stuff, and then we'll go from there. But trying to move on up my own myself too. Trying to improve my game. So
That's all we do in this game, right?
got to keep pushing
Each
forward.
and every day, each and every day.
Yep. Keep pushing forward.
Oliver Closeoff. I'm sure you've probably seen him in your comments. Bad Beast was one of the first dudes I started watching on YouTube. Reason I bought a Rectech and was given some good cigar and whiskey recommendation. That he can do. That he can do.
I'm glad I was able to help out there, man. I tell you what though, it's kind of sad the way YouTube went with any kind of tobacco talk on YouTube, because they really hurt the cigar channels.
Yeah.
And if you put anything out there that talks about cigar, because one of the dudes I watch a whole lot when it comes to whiskey and cigars is Jeremy Sears. Jeremy Sears. And so he has two channels, one where he talks about the whiskey and stuff, and then he has like an after dark channel where he talks about how he pairs it with the cigar, so that if they kill the cigar channel, it doesn't affect his primary channel.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I wanted to do that on my channel too, but I decided what I'm going to do is I have a website that's going to be going active in about a week or so, badbeastbarbecue.com. It'll have anybody that I'm associated with, like Dow Strong or all the people where it gave me a 10% code or what. I'll list all of those so people can go in there and order stuff and use that and what have you. It'll have some recipes and stuff that we didn't do in video, but just in photo and what have you. It'll have product reviews for the different grills and stuff that we've been testing and using over time and stuff like that. And it'll have cigar and whiskey recommendations, my stuff. So that way, it's my website. I can put what I want on it, and nobody can, do anything with my YouTube channel. So keep the YouTube channel clean and put everything else that I want. Plus, we'll be selling some merch. So we got t-shirts and hats and stuff like that that's going to be on there. So, if you guys want to support the channel and want some merch, that'll be the way to go. So.
Right on. Hey, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Obviously, over the past year, I've been a distributor of Uncle Steve Shake up here in Cleveland. Like we really around here, we really don't get them great barbecue rubs. You're not gonna find it in no box store. There's very limited places that actually would sell anything out of Texas. There's a place Hobo and I know. They got Suckle Busters and and um, Three Little Birds, or what's that one? Three Little
Three Little
Birds,
Birds.
or no, Three Little Pigs.
Three Little
I'm
Pigs.
I'm thinking of the song. The peach is kicking in.
Uh-oh. 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 Well, we get lucky here. There's a St. Louis barbecue store here, well, over in St. Louis. I live about 15 minutes away from St. Louis, 15, 20 minutes away from St. Louis. And there's a St. Louis barbecue store there, and they carry like rubs from all over the place there, man. So you can get like everything from Malcolm Reed's, D Rub to to Blue Hogs stuff, man. So they have everything, man. So
So I
wow,
guess
Marley much.
yeah.
You got the beard action going, man. I'll tell you, man. I had mine full too, man, and I cut it off, man. So, but I had mine
Ah.
full too.
Are you around Galesburg,
That
in
does not sound
Illinois?
familiar. That does not sound
So
familiar.
they're right across the bridge to Missouri too. But it's really really south, like southwest. Like once I made it 5 hours to Chicago, I had
Hmm.
another 3 hours to drive down to Galesburg, Indiana or Illinois.
Galesburg must be in between where I'm at and Chicago, because I'm 5 hours from south of Chicago.
Oh, okay. So yeah, all right. So I didn't go far enough south to see you.
Yeah, I'm down in like Belleville, Illinois area down there, right around the Scott Air Force Base area. That's where I'm at. So
Um, so being in Illinois, have you met up with any other YouTubers at all? Has anybody come and visited you, or you reached out to somebody else, or anything like that?
um no, I mean I've met people at different barbecue competitions around here. Not that I've participated, but I usually go with my camera and talk to people and just to hang out with them and say, hey man, I got a barbecue YouTube channel, and talk to them and stuff like that. But the only person that I've hooked up with um, would be Jason Ganal from GQ Barbecue.
Yeah, up in
I met
Colorado.
Yeah, Jason, but Jason's from St. Louis. His family
Oh,
is there,
okay.
and so and he always comes back, or used to come back before the pandemic hit. He would come back every year or every other year for the Q and the Lou, the barbecue thing, the big barbecue
Yeah, yeah,
festival.
yeah, yeah.
And so, and one year, right before the pandemic, the last time he came for the pandemic, I hooked up with him. I went out there. I worked with him in his tent with the big hickory smokers and the chicken wings and the whole 9 yards, and it was really fun, man. So yeah, we hooked up. I got to get out to Colorado one of these days and go check him out. But there's a lot of people that I want to hook up with, man, but I just haven't had
Mhm.
opportunity to, man. Like I got an open invitation to go visit Daddy Cooks, Phil, him and Ray Mack out there in North Carolina. So I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to doing that. Um,
yeah.
but I've had an opportunity to meet some of the big dogs because we went to the American Royal one year, so I got a chance to sit down and talk to what's her name, Melissa Cookston. Is it Cookston? Melissa Cookston. Um, Big Mo Kason. I got a chance to sit down and
Mhm,
talk to him. Um,
mhm.
um, Tuffy Stone and Myron Mixon. Now Tuffy was real cool. I walked up to Tuffy's thing, man, and he was doing his thing and trying to turn his food in. He was like, "Yeah, man." He said, "Hold on, man." He said, "Don't go nowhere. Let me get this finished up, man, and I'll be right back." And he got it squared away, man. He came back and found out that his wife was from Louisiana and stuff like that, and he was in the Marines, and I was like, all kinds of stuff like that. So him and I really kind of kicked it off, man. But I've met a few people like that. But as far as some other YouTubers, I would love to hook up with some. It's kind of difficult now
Yeah,
with the COVID thing, man. And
right.
my wife got the house on kind of like lockdown, man. So even my brother had to ask my wife for permission for them to come up to
Oh
visit. So,
God.
yeah, she got the house on lockdown, man. So I mean, it is what it is. But I love her for it.
She's
She
running
does it.
around the house with sage. Stay the hell out of the way.
Hey, man, hey, when we have people come to the house to do any kind of repair work and stuff, man,
Oh,
when they leave the house, man, she right behind them with Lysol in the air and stuff like, man. Hey, my wife ain't no joke, man, when it comes to this
right
stuff, man.
on.
Not no joke.
Hey,
So
Jabin, this will probably be the last question. We're over the hour.
okay.
But Jabin's got a question. Um, if you could only have one last barbecue, what would it be?
What do you mean? If I had, as far as food wise,
How about eat? Is it eat or cook?
you mean cook on or eat?
Yeah.
Well, if I had, I'll tell you, if I had to have my, if talking my last barbecue, um, man, that's kind of hard, man. 'Cause I like a whole lot of
Food.
different barbecues and stuff,
He's
man.
just
But
doing it. He's doing a
food,
general question. Food.
uh,
Oh, and cooker. What food and what
and
cooker
what
would you?
cooker? But if they told me that was it, I couldn't cook no more. This is your last cook. Um, my it would be out of the ones I have now. The cooker would be the char griller 980 for sure. Okay, and
That thing's a beast. That thing's a beast.
I think a beast. And I think to be honest with you, I think what I would want if for my last barbecue is some really good smoked wings. So brisket and all that is cool, man, but you can never beat a good smoked wing, man. That's seasoned well. So I think wings would be it. Some chicken wings, man.
Vortex kettle.
Nah, I don't know.
Okay.
Put them on the 980, man. I've done wings on the
I mean,
980, man. They come out good.
but you're gonna get the same flavor.
Yeah, but I can't sit back and relax and watch the game and stuff,
I
man,
was
and
gonna,
smoke a cigar.
I was gonna say the only difference is you could go in the house and do chores and come back out and be all right.
Yeah, man. Hey, me and my barbecue buddy is Alexa, man. I put my food on, I come in, and I go,
He said
Alexa,
his barbecue buddies
Alexa,
Alexa.
set a 2 hour timer and stuff. So,
I heard it all here tonight. Some people got a dog. No, he got Alexa.
I got Alexa. That's right. Yeah. And she can keep the time on my barbecue and then play my favorite music playlist from Amazon Music. So
She's a multitasker.
multitasker. That's right.
Oh, all right, Daryl, man. I want to thank you so much, man. You've been an awesome guest. Kept the laughs going. The chat was bumping. You kept right up with them. Nobody stumped you. You are the beast, for sure. And I dropped the link. We're gonna go off air, and we're gonna hang out, and we're having a good time. We're gonna keep this thing going as long as Daryl could last. He's got work in the AM, so
I'm good. Once we get offline, I just need to go and get me a refill, and I'll be good.
oh, hey, you could have went pee. You could have went and got a beer. Anything. That's one thing I say. Do
But
whatever you want.
I'm not that old yet. I mean, I'm getting there, but I ain't. Oh man.
All right, guys, hot seaters. I love you guys. You guys been
Thanks,
great.
guys. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for all the support, man. Love you guys.
And I'll see you next week. Later. Peace.